Hello, I want to talk about simulacra. Simulacra is when you see shapes inside objects. For instance, when you see clouds and you look at clouds when you're a child and you see various shapes within those clouds, that's called simulacra. When you look at a tree trunk or a tree bark and you see a human face, likewise, that's called simulacra. I'm very interested in this for one, because I'm an artist, but secondly, I think it's something we should all be paying more attention to, because it helps balance the activity between our left and right hemispheres of our brain. Our left hemisphere being the analytical, logistical, a kind of anal retentive side of our personality, where the right brain deals more with things like creativity and wonder and things like that. Our formal education has a tendency to make our left brains bully our right brains. So as a result, when we grow up to be adults, we lose this sense of wonder in seeing shapes and simulacra. It's something I have consciously tried to restore in myself. One, because it's tremendous fun at times, and two is because it's very useful for me as an artist. Now I'll show you a picture now that I took in the mountains here a few months ago of a tree that had been felled by the forestry people, and the shards of wood in the middle of the tree look like the skyline of a city, like a Batman, Fritz Lang, 1930s futuristic city in the science fiction sense. That's a fabulous simulacra. I was, tickled pink when I found that, and it really was something to behold. Another example is this piece of milk quartz here. My camera's shaking, that's not an earthquake. This piece of milk quartz here, which was stood out of a bog. I found it again in the mountains, and it was sticking out of a piece of black bog, and the thing was so bright and white it just caught my attention from 50 meters away. And it's shaped like a human heart, and not only it's very nice to hold and feel, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to look at. But also, because of all these ridges and grooves all over the thing, I often find myself looking at it and finding all kinds of simulacra and other features within the quartz crystals themselves, depending on how the light catches it from different angles and so forth. But I've actually developed several paintings just from seeing, simulacras within this piece of quartz. So it's almost like it could be an oracle at the same time too. So, and I've sold the paintings, so I've made money from it. So, there's a practical use for noticing simulacra. So, simulacra, or simulacrum, simulacra, get to know it. Get to use it. Recapture that magic of your childhood where you saw shapes in clouds and faces in tree trunks and animals in leaves and whatever. And and enjoy it. Keep it to yourself. If you have young children, encourage it in them, because it will serve them all through their lives. And become visually more intelligent and aware that the world is an incredibly beautiful place. And everything in nature is basically there for us to enjoy and use in all different kinds of ways, not just to feed us, but to provide us with visual delights and visual intelligence. And that's how you enhance your creative spirit more than anything else. So, simulacra.